Good morning, Dubai. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast with me, Casey.
And me, Casey's co-host, Simran.
That's her name. Guys, hit that subscribe button. What a show we had for you today. It all kicked off. We were talking school fees.
And it is ridiculous how amazing these schools are, but their fees, oh my God, 100,000 per year. That is 50,000 per semester. Those kids take up a lot of your money, huh? Sorry, parents. You have to go through this.
Worth it? Investment? I think so. Speaking of kids, we talked about royal baby news, so take a listen for that. And then we jumped into two big topics in Dubai this morning. The Dubai boss who's banning emails and texts because he wants people to have an emotional connection.
I don't get it. I don't get this boss, but I feel like it's just not the way forward, banning texts and emails and DMs and sending voice notes and video messages. And we also spoke about valet parking. It is overpriced here in the city. We got to do something about this. I'm starting a budget-friendly valet parking service. See you there.
Hold your horses. I look forward to visiting the budget valet parking service on my horse. But the real question is valet parking a luxury that you are willing to pay for? The prices are ramped up in certain locations around Dubai. Is it worth it? That's the talk topic of the day. Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all of the top trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Our top story this morning, parents look away. Now we're talking all about school fields in Dubai.
We'll also be talking about Her Highness Sheikh Latifah welcomes her fourth child.
We want to get your thoughts on a very controversial move by a Dubai boss who is banning emails and texts because he wants people to have that emotional connection.
I hate that. I mean, I don't know. I'm very iffy about it. And we'll also be speaking about people are navigating valet pricing in Dubai.
And later on in the show, we have a star from Netflix reality show In Real Love. His name is Faisal Khan. He's talking all things ASA, Anti-Simping Association. And when we started the show, I was like, Simran, what's simping? Is it gross? It sounds gross.
Okay, what does simping sound like to you?
I think so. Simping sounds a bit like simpering, so it's like whining. So like people whine a lot. We don't like whiners, so now we're just going to cut it out. So there's an anti-whining association, and Faisal, I'm with you. Hate whining, hate moaning.
No, not at all. Scratch all of that. Okay.
No?
So simping is basically when a man just does anything. Okay, so if he likes a girl, he's just gonna do anything she asks of him. He will do everything she wants, buy anything for her, just totally simp over her, obsess over her, and just become her little, lapdog, I guess. It's oh my God, I'm feeling so sick today, and it's basically, it's just she just said it, but he will go and get her soup, he'll get her teddy bear, he'll get her chocolates, and it's just spoiling the person you like, but not even getting it back, but just doing it because you're obsessing over her. So that's simping over the woman.
I get you. So at the beginning when you were saying, I was like, Simran, that's romantic. I was like, that's love, getting the soup, getting the teddy bears, but she's not giving him anything back, and she's maybe walking all over him and maybe says things, quietly letting him know what she would like and then just take it, but never giving back. She's not getting soup for him when he's sick.
Yes,
he's
no
not
reciprocation.
Getting a teddy bear.
Yes. It's going on the girl's every whim. And that's what guys have coined the term. That's where it came from, simping. And then now men are part of the anti-simping association that is we will not simp over a girl.
Every single case is different, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, if there's a man and he's in love and he's going out to get the teddies and the chocolates, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and his friends are like, "Oh, you're simping," and that just allows this kind of thread of conversation that says, don't go all out for your girl, but you can. So I don't know how I feel about this word.
I know it can be used in the wrong context, but I think if the girl is not reciprocating, then it makes sense. And it's the term, I think it all stemmed from whipped. Oh, he's so whipped, or she has him whipped. That whole thing of he's obsessing with the girl, and now it's just another word of very similar meaning, whipped, and this is simping.
What are your thoughts on simping?
There are people who like really just obsess over their partner. I think even women, like when they like what is that? Oh, when they like someone.
Sorry, my headphone.
Like there are some women who, when they like a guy, they'll go all out for him. You know, like shower him with love, shower him with validations, affirmations, and like good morning texts. Like women do that as well. Women simp as well, but more so it's the men that come into the limelight for simping.
I think in the grand scheme of things,
it's okay to simp. It's okay to not simp. It's okay to be a part of the ASA. It's okay to not be a part of the ASA.
No, it's not okay to be part of the ASA.
Anti-Simping Association?
No, because that's judging someone else. How dare you judge someone else? You know, you don't know what's really going on. And maybe we all go through things, we all make mistakes, but you need to learn from those mistakes.
I feel like the Anti-Simping Association comes from a place of a lot of trauma for men. Like imagine one person has gone through like a number of instances where he was made, like he, you know, I don't know.
You put yourself in that situation. If you're going out, you do, and you're usually it's in the case of like it's probably an attraction more than an actual like emotional connection. It's like this girl is like really hot. So I don't know. I think it's judgy to be in an anti-simping association.
It's like you're completely operating on your infatuation with that person, and although that person is taking advantage of it. So it's like, you know, it's like when life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. For that person, it's like that. Okay, life is giving you lemons, make the lemonade. But why are you giving the lemons if you're not getting paid for the lemons?
I'm lost.
I don't know.
I said before the show I was tired, and now we've gone to the point where I'm like, I'm not really sure what we're talking about. I think it's a case-by-case basis. Are you a simper or an anti-simper? But let's... Is that right? Did I use it wrong?
I don't know. Are you a simper? I don't think anyone wants to be a simper.
Yeah, but people know if they're in that bracket.
Yeah.
Usually people know deep down subconsciously, oh, I want to go out. Anyway,
true.
Let's jump into our top story this morning. We're talking all things school fees in Dubai because school fees for the next year academic calendar have been revealed. So in line with an announcement, the KHDA listed school fees fact sheet, which shows the cost of 220 schools for the next calendar year. So they answer the following questions. Are all school fees mandatory? Which ones are optional? What about discounts? How much are parents expected to pay in total? And you can get all of this on the fact sheet.
And following a school fee freeze for 3 years since the pandemic, schools that maintained or improved inspection results were approved to up their fees by a maximum of 6%, and 20 schools in total received an outstanding. This means in KHDA terms, there are the creme de la creme of Dubai schools. So that's what they are. And they're regarded to have exceptionally high quality of performance or practice.
So what we're going to do now is go through the fees which have been revealed for these top rated schools in Dubai. So 20 schools got that outstanding rating. So these all have fees over 35k per year, but the top bracket is actually over 100k per year. This is now year 13. So like if your child is like level, IB level, so they're like 17, 18, they're about to head off to uni, and obviously the price of school fees increases every year. So KG, it's a lot cheaper, but we're looking at year 13 for the high-rated schools. So number 5, the fifth most expensive school in Dubai, Repton School, they're charging 97k per year. GEMS Wellington International School Dubai branch, they're charging 98k per year. King's School Al Barsha, 99k per year. Nord Anglia International School is 100k fee per year for year 13. And then finally, the most expensive school in Dubai revealed for the next academic calendar year is Dubai College. They're charging 101k per year.
If my child does not come out of that school becoming the president of a country, any country, or doesn't become a millionaire in the next 2 years,
You can't put that pressure on the kids.
No.
You cannot put the pressure on the kids.
Oh my God.
But the thing about these schools is that they're probably academic, but there's also so much in terms of the arts and creativity. So they may not become president, but they may be extremely talented in another way. And the school will just let them go.
Yeah.
I was speaking to someone from one of these top schools over the weekend, and they gave us an idea of the results that these schools are getting in. And it's just phenomenal. Like all of those like 8 A-star grades, like it's really incredible what the students are able to achieve.
If they take advantage, take the extracurricular activities and participate and like really get involved, I mean, I'm sure it is justifiable as to how much the fees is. But oh my God, I really wanted a child. Now I don't want any children.
Well, no, it's not. Don't let this scare you. So these are obviously the top-rated, most expensive schools in Dubai. Their facilities are phenomenal, but there are over 200 schools that you could be checking out. All of the fees are listed on the fact sheet, and the schools have a detailed rating by the KHDA. We talk about this. This is phenomenal. They do it every year. They go around, they check the facilities, the training of the teams, the staff, the resources, everything. And like we said, this is the creme de la creme of private school education in Dubai. But the price actually, even in the outstanding schools per year, I think it starts from 35K per year. So this is top prices.
So we have like all price ranges in the city of like schooling fees, and I get it, like parents do want to send their children to the best of all schools to mold them into like the best version of themselves.
Starts at home.
It starts at home.
Starts at home.
Yeah. And then it also, like your company factors in, like the kind of friends you have around you, the kind of people you know, the kind of mindsets, like, what mindsets their parents have, where they come from. So all these things factor in. But oh my God, 101,000 per year, which is like 50 plus per semester. Like incredible. I don't know.
Speaking
Not
of
gonna have kids.
bringing children into the world, let's move on to our next story.
We love kids.
We love kids.
Oh my God, it's a royal baby. Now Her Highness Sheikha Latifah welcomes her 4th child. Now Sheikha Latifah bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the beloved daughter of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and the ruler of Dubai, joyfully announced the arrival of her beautiful baby daughter. And Sheikha Latifah revealed that her little princess had been named Hind bint Faisal in a delightful post on social media. And the announcement sparked an outpouring of congratulatory messages from well-wishers on social media. And members of the UAE royal family and other users flooded the comment section, expressing their joy and warmly welcoming the newest royal baby. One user couldn't contain her excitement, exclaiming, "Welcome to the world, little princess," and others shared their heartfelt wishes, saying congratulations and may God always protect you.
Such happy news. Her Highness Sheikha Latifah is, as you know, the chairperson of Dubai Culture and Arts Authority, as well as a member of the Dubai Council. She has yet to reveal a photo of the precious newborn. In a beautiful union, Sheikha Latifah married Sheikh Faisal Sud Khalid Al Qasimi back in 2016. The two have since been blessed with 3 children, now 4. Their first son is named Mohammed bin Faisal Al Qasimi, and their second child is lovingly known as Sheikha.
Now, from a young age, Sheikha Latifah was captivated by the world of art thanks to the guidance of her aunt and her older sister. And at the age of 5, she was introduced to the vibrant world of painting. Moreover, alongside her sisters, she embarked on a journey to master the art of Kung Fu. And with dedication and perseverance, she pushed herself to limits and proudly achieved a coveted black belt in Taekwondo.
Which is just phenomenal. It's so cool. And His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, by the way, in case you missed it and have been living under a rock, also announced the birth of his 3rd child in February this year. He took to Instagram at the time and posted a story with a drawing of a baby's feet on top of 2 hands, which notified the adoring public of new royal news, which brings his family of kids to 3. What a blessing. We love news of new royal babies.
A whole bunch of royal babies just like running around and like playing in the palace. Oh my God.
Palaces, probably.
Oh, so cute. So cute. And honestly, the pictures Faza shares of his kids, you just, like there was one picture of him holding the feet of his son. Like, oh, stop it. Stop it.
And then His Highness the Ruler of Dubai, the family photos. And actually, we've been looking back over some of these photos recently, and the family photos that they share are so, so sweet. And we have some of them on our Instagram. If you would like to check them out. By the way, good morning to everyone tuning in on all of the platforms. We appreciate your time and thank you so much for your comments. We read them before, during, and after the show. So if you have any messages, anything you'd like us to shout out, we're here for you.
Someone's like, making money is important. Of course, making money is important. But what's even more important is making memories.
Well, making money is important so you can send your kids to schools. So then you can give them a better life.
Yes, but also...
It depends on your age. You know, your mindset changes. So, you know,
True.
20s, you're like, yeah, make those memories, you know, YOLO. And then when you get, not even an age thing, but the family bearing age, once you have a family, that whole mindset shifts because you're like, I want my kids to YOLO, you know? I want them to have all the opportunities I had, including going to a school. That's,
wow.
Yeah, so YOLO all you can.
Right now?
Yeah, me too, I guess.
You know what? You've inspired me. Right after this.
She needed no inspiration whatsoever.
I am booking a trip to Zanzibar right after this show. YOLO.
And then you remember that you need to pay the bills.
What do you do to me?
I don't know. Like, I bring you up, I take you down.
Yeah.
It's like yo-yo.
I'm an emotional
Puppeteer.
mess. I'm literally an emotional mess because of you. Like, what do you do to me? Just like YOLO, you gave me all these dreams, and I was just like, okay, you know what, Zanzibar, you gotta live your life, and then you just like pay your bills.
Go live it.
I don't even have a card right now.
Have your.
Can you pay for my trip? I'll pay you back.
Allow you pay me back. Allow your responsibility, like person to kick in. I don't need to do it for you. Speaking of fun in the workplace. A Dubai boss has banned emails and texts. I want to get your thoughts on this. So, media marketing companies are hired by clients from several different industries to handle maybe their social media accounts or to do their marketing strategies, client conversations, whatever it is. And these client conversations are usually done meetings at first, and then you have Zoom calls, DMs, all of that. However, one media company has a different idea for how they want to communicate with clients in future. And we'd love to get your thoughts on this one because it's going viral. It's stirred a massive debate all around the world and it's kicked off here in Dubai. So the founder of this media company made an announcement to his employees that he is banning written emails, texts, and DMs. Banned in the business.
That's not extreme at all. Huh? Not extreme at all. Banning. Not extreme. Now, Mahdi Shafei is the founder of the Dubai-based company called TriFit Media. They're innovators. They think outside of the box and have an entertaining TikTok account. And in a video that is now gone viral, Mahdi suggested that the team send voice notes and record videos instead of sending texts, DMs, and emails to clients in order to build an emotional connection with clients.
So it's led to a mixed bag of reactions. So several commenters pointed out that there doesn't need to be an emotional connection, you know, with clients since it's a business relationship. Many others said that this method of communication will be highly inconvenient for busy clients. So there's another point. While others said, okay, fine, fair enough, looks cool, but maybe discuss it with the team before it was implemented to get their thoughts on it. Other people think it's kind of like a new way. You know, we talk about, you know, post-COVID and people aren't even in the office. So then if you're going to be having a relationship, make it a human one, make it personal. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. Personally, I'm not in favor of this ban whatsoever because it's just convenient. Like when you're on the go, you're driving, people get email notifications. They can just, you know, get a quick summary of what the email is about before clicking into it, answering, whatever. Like you have that heads up. Now, if you send an email, if you send a voice note, you have to just be so mindful of going back to that, listening to it, and you may not even be in the position to be listening to a voice note or a video message. You know, you may have back-to-back meetings, you're with someone, there's no way for you to get a gist of what it is about unless you watch the whole thing through, right? Which I totally understand. Like you want the person to understand your tone, because in email sometimes you're not able to convey your tone and it's misconstrued, but it is not the most convenient form of communication when it comes to like sending videos and voice notes and all of that.
I really get how it can build a relationship,
Yeah.
Like if you hear someone's, like if you're back and forth on email, I'm sure we've all had it, that you've had an email conversation with someone maybe for years.
Yeah.
And then finally you meet them and you're like, oh, that person's really nice, you know? Like, because as you said, it's really hard to kind of, to keep a tone friendly when you're doing professional emails. So being able to have the know-how to quickly like pick up your phone, send a voice note, have a proper call, like that really is important in terms of building relationships. And then relationship building in these types of businesses is so important. You're not going to drop someone that you like in terms of a client, so I get it. But as you said, if someone's sending a 2-minute voice note with, like for example, in our industry, we can get like, feedback from clients. We need it in bullet point form. We need concise feedback to get the job done as quickly as possible because we're, servicing them in terms of the product that they want to put out.
Exactly.
So,
for reference purposes as well. Yeah. I would just think like it's best to stick to written until we have holograms.
But even then,
if like the transcription comes,
because then you have the hologram with the face pop up, being like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And you're just, you're taking notes from them.
No.
Or
holograms.
you take the hologram, pop it into ChatGPT, say summarize this in concise notes. So you get to see them, you get that emotional connection, and then ChatGPT does the work for
Why
you.
don't you just make the clients do extra work? Why not?
No, we do it. They send the hologram, and then we'll take it, pop it into ChatGPT.
No, I mean like extra work for us. Like why? Why? And the thing is, like it goes both ways, right? Like if your tone is harsh on email, right, and your tone is better when you're sending a voice note, it can also go as to like maybe you're better at sending emails and your tone actually when you're sending voice notes or videos, it's just like, very blunt and they can see your expression and you're just not happy with anything. So it can go both ways. It can go so wrong.
Because we're not all people persons.
Yeah.
Persons, peoples.
We are.
People.
We are people, people.
And some people, the thing is, I think it's it's what you prefer. Yeah. I prefer a WhatsApp message. I don't like a long voice note.
Yeah.
That's
why I feel like bosses should sometimes consult with the team, get the general consensus.
We don't actually know if they didn't.
I guess, yeah, that's probably true. But like in the video, he just comes in,
people
all
are
guns
just,
blazing,
and then it's like, yeah, that's so true. Yeah. And then he's like asking, and the guys are just like,
yeah, ooh, because he really pumped up the office, in the video. Like you get the inspiration from him. Like, yes, this is new age communication. This is where we're going. But then you think about it, you're just like, oh, hold on. Let's rethink this.
Try Fed Media if you're watching, because what we've done here is we have all of the response from the audience saying this is what we think.
Yeah.
So if you know someone who works there and you want to send us a DM of how it's working out, we'd love.
But they don't send DMs. Yeah.
Send me write me up. How can we communicate? Let's jump into our next story.
So people are navigating valet pricing in Dubai. Now, as Dubai continues to flourish as a global hub for tourism and expatriate living, the city's residents are facing a pressing concern, that is parking. Now, while the availability of free parking in select malls around the city has been a beloved perk, the surge in population and visitor numbers has created a parking dilemma. And the issue lies in the valet parking services that burden residents and visitors alike, leaving them feeling frustrated and financially pinched. Finding a parking spot has become a real-life game of musical chairs. Hence, valet parking fees at popular hotspots around the city, have just shot up and could very well rival the cost of a 5-star meal itself.
Yeah, of course, there's two sides to the story. So actually, in a number of tourist places, motorists have the option to validate their parking. So actually, you can get valet for free, especially if you're using the dining or if you're shopping, you get your car valeted and then you get the service for free, which is amazing. While other locations are capitalizing on the convenience and then they can charge up to hundreds of dirhams depending on the amount of time you're using the service for. So in some cases, shortage of parking availability means that more people are leaning towards valet and then they're noticing the cost of the pricing.
So while valet parking can be a convenient option for those in a hurry, it is also crucial to strike a balance between convenience and affordability. But you know what? Fear not, it is Dubai. And they're not one to shy away from a challenge, and recognizing the growing concerns regarding parking, Dubai's authorities are actively working to address the issue on a daily basis.
And one of the key measures being implemented is, as you guys have probably seen around the city, the construction of multi-storey parking facilities in high-traffic areas. These facilities aim to accommodate the rising demand for parking spaces, providing a viable solution for residents and visitors alike.
So in short, while the availability of free parking at select malls has been appreciated by many, overpriced valet parking services have become a source of frustration, and the lack of public parking options further compounds the problem. However, of course, Dubai is always on it, and since the issue over here is just like public parking and then leading to valet, they are looking at, constructing multi-story parking facilities. They're looking to just like ease out and create more parking spaces. So we have all that there, but then of course, and back to the problem of like valet, overpriced valet parking, like we spoke about in the office yesterday, and so many people are just like, they are being charged 100, 200. Like you have affordable valet parking services, which is like, I think 20, 50, good, fine, I'll take it. But when it goes up to 100, 150, 200, then you're just like, hold on.
I don't know. I think that there's...
That too when you're not able to get it validated. Because you're paying for parking, plus you're paying for whatever else you're doing in the facility.
I just think, yes, it can be expensive, but it's a luxury service. Only because where I come from, we didn't have valet, like very rarely. And then, so now that the fact that you can go to some places and it's free when you're getting it validated is amazing. And then when you are charged, it is a kick in the teeth because it's expensive, but you also, because it's not public parking, because public parking in Dubai is very good value, like all RTA services, it's at a cost that the majority can afford. So if you are stumped with a valet unexpectedly, it's obviously high above that, but it's a business capitalizing on their location because they've put, so it's a business making money. So, and because I think like valet, we don't talk about it enough. Like it is expensive, but like what a treat. Especially when you're not paying for it. You're going up to a hotel, you give someone your car keys and you're at the door and they go park your car for you. Like, it is like the ultimate luxury. I've never had that growing up. So having it here, I'm like, wow.
They have it in so many countries, Casey. But it's, I feel like what you're saying is not wrong. Yeah. It is a luxury service. But it's like, see, the service is pretty standard no matter where it is. You're basically like giving your car to be parked, right, in the facility. So that service is standard. Like no matter where you go, no matter which facility, no matter which hotel, no matter which mall, your car is just parked. It's not that you're getting car wash with it. It's not that you're getting added benefits for them to just like add on, like dirhams. Like fine, you pay 50, it should be standard. Like if you're going, and there are some places where you don't have an option,
but that's like saying like a haircut is standard wherever you go. But in some cases, I'll pay 100 dirham for a haircut, and then in other places I'll pay 1,000.
But there you see a difference in service. Like you may with your haircut get a hair wash,
but it's a haircut, and it's a specific thing that they're charging different prices for based on like this salon is pretty, but it's like if you're at a 5-star hotel, you might pay more.
But I don't know, like I would think that this specific service is quite standard, like just getting the car parked and not getting any additional benefits with it. Like if you are getting like...
No, because it's location based.
It is location based, but it's just like adding, like you are anyway spending so much, because if you're going to a prime location, you will end up spending that much when you go to dine or when you go to shop. Like you will be spending money, and on top of that, you have to spend money to park your car when there's no other service. Like you don't have any other option. There's no public parking. Underground parking is paid. Valet, it's like almost the same price. So it's like you don't have an option there, and you don't even have that option to get validated. That's where users are like frustrated.
True. Like, and I totally get that it can, like I said, be a kick in the teeth if you are, but it's a business. So if you're talking to the business and saying reduce your prices, that's why there's like on-street parking and stuff. Like of course they're capitalizing, because that's why they've set up their business there, because they know that they can do that.
Yeah,
it's just capitalism.
So where is the line then? It can go to 300, 400. Like
can it go to 400?
No, I don't think I don't know any place that has gone to 400. But 200 itself, it's like, see, if you have the option to get it validated, it is amazing. Like, if you don't spend that much, okay, fair, you paid for parking because you are parked for that number of that amount of time or whatever it is, right? And there's no parking outside. But if you are spending as in the facility itself, it's like, because the venue is not just like the valet, it doesn't belong okay, maybe an external company, but it's like you're paying for the vicinity.
I get it.
So it should be validated, if anything. Even hotels, some hotels are like, you have to pay for parking if you're not spending inside the hotel. If you're just visiting, you have to pay for parking.
Because I think we're just going so into like specific niche scenarios here.
Yeah.
Because in general here, hotels will validate. And even if you're like, oh, I just ate here, and even if you've gone in for a drink, like they don't really check. They just want to make sure that they don't have like the entire population coming using their facility for free parking. Yeah. They're not too strict, the hotels here.
I think,
but I get that they have to have some kind of a rule in place.
I guess I'll tell you
but
one thing about.
In general, I've gone to many hotels and I've forgotten to get things stamped, and they've been like, "Here you go." They never really.
Of course, this is not like, one size fits all to all valets. It is very specific ones that are just like, oh my God, what is happening? But I'll tell you, like, even.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Even like parking spaces, like for example, if you go to like Dubai areas that is like highly like densely populated, there you'll find it so difficult to get parking. So RTA parking is like literally not even an option, and you have to give it for one of those paid parking slots, which is like 20 dirhams per hour. It can go up to 50 dirhams per hour. Sometimes the good ones are like 10 dirhams per hour. Those are private car parking spaces, but it's like you are subject to those only because you don't have the availability of like public parking.
And then in these scenarios, you're saying that there's valet in the area.
No, that's not valet. That's just like a private parking space, but it's like you're still shelling out a lot of money for it.
Well, I think, as you said, the RTA are doing a lot in terms of
expanding.
And then if I had a derelict building and there was parking issues, I'd certainly charge for it. Right?
I mean, yeah, you would.
And then you charge based on demand. So if there's like 200 people trying to get in, then I would charge based on demand.
Why not? Milk us for all we're worth.
That's what people do. That's what people capitalize on.
You want to start a business together?
You'll be the face. I'll be the
valet.
I'll be ChatGPTing some ideas.
I'm totally okay opening up a valet business now, seeing how profitable.
Look, there's two sides to the story, of course, and it can be painful if you're lumped with a large charge for valet, of course. But guys, it is 9 o'clock, and that brings us to an anti-simping conversation
with Faisal Khan. He is part of the trending Netflix reality show called In Real Love. So stay tuned. Right after a very short break, we'll be joined by Faisal Khan.